did you get the latest Q drop?
Dude, I had to quit following after what happened.
Whoa. Why, dude? Did your mom see it?
Yeah.
Dude, he totally put out flat earth stuff this week.
What? That it is for sure flat?
Yeah, I think so. Oh. I think it's going to happen.
Like, I have no problem with it being flat, but like, what's on the other side, you know?
Well, that's the thing, dude. Like, it's going to flatten itself into a square, and then all the libtards are just going to fall off on one side.
How do you flatten into a square?
Are you...
Hey, what's up?
Okay,
hey, sir.
Well,
do you know how to flatten a square?
I think you just put a heavy weight on top of it.
Oh, okay. What you need?
Yeah.
Well, I dropped my video in the box outside in the return box.
Mm-hmm.
And
I need to check that thing.
I came in to grab a new one, but it seems like between here at the checkout counter and the video wall, you guys have installed a canal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's no bridge or anything to get me from point A to point B. It's just a big chasm of water here.
We're not going to pay for new socks for you.
We have a guy that'll come back. You can't see him, but he's on his break, but he'll come back and, you know.
Yeah, well,
he'll float you down there.
If I get in the canal, there's no way to get up to the other side. I'll just be stuck in the canal.
Oh, no, he's got a little boat. He's going to take you up.
Yeah, it's an RC boat.
Well, This seems like a ton of work just to get a movie.
It's the theme this month.
We don't control what corporate does, man.
And by theme, I mean there was a sprinkler break, and I'll be damned if this building isn't watertight. And have you seen ServPro's prices?
Yeah, I saw them.
Okay, so
we're just
this
trying
month
to turn
we have canals.
Tragedy into money, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to keep renting here because the prices are dirt cheap. But
thanks, bud.
Well, when's the guy with the boat gonna be back?
He's on lunch, man.
Yeah.
Is it that weird guy that sounds like a monster?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
We'll get to him. We'll introduce him later. But I mean, he'll come in later.
Hey, don't say that in front of Jerry, man. He might get angry.
Yeah, Jerry. His name's Jerry. Remember that for later.
Well, I'm kind of in a hurry. Is there something you guys got like behind the checkout counter or?
Well, yeah, you can't see the canal. You can't see.
Let me move this gun out of the way. Let me move this ashtray. You like foreign films?
Oh, Jesus. What do I got to read the whole thing?
No,
it's dubbed,
no. It's actually dubbed.
Oh. Well, I'm interested.
Okay.
How do you feel about scuba diving?
Terrified of it.
Oh.
Okay.
Well.
But I also like to face my fears.
Well, that's good.
How much money do you got?
What do you think about parenting?
Why are you asking me how much money I have?
I was just making sure you had 99 cents so you could rent today.
Got $1, dude.
Okay. Taxes went up.
How much is it to rent the video?
It's like $1.04 now.
Okay, I think I could.
I'm just trying to be truthful.
I think I could.
My manager says not to do that.
Yeah, Jerry's a beast, man.
Yeah, Jerry.
Yeah, I've heard him before. I've heard him when he takes out the trash at night and he screams at the raccoons.
He's always telling us to
You shouldn't park back there, by the way.
Look professional.
Yeah, I learned that.
We need you to park. We only have 2 spots up front.
Yeah, well, you also turned the parking lot into a canal.
Well, we got to leave one open for the pizza.
People keep opening the door.
That's what Jerry's working on right now.
Let's get back to this movie because we were talking about something that's kind of near and dear to us.
Yeah, we love canals.
Mm-hmm.
And we love detectives. Do you like a hard-boiled detective story, sir?
Oh, I'd love that. That sounds great.
Wait a minute, dude.
Seat?
I just thought about it. It's like fucking canals prove that the Earth is not round, right? Because if it was round, they would spill out of the canal, right?
It'd be a waterfall. Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn it, you're right. Fuck, maybe I should stop following Q as well. So anyway, sir, this movie, you want it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I would like to leave the store.
Okay.
Okay, sir. That'd be $1.04. And tonight on 5 Day Rentals, we're doing Amsterdamned, 1988. All right. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Dan. I'm going to take the throne tonight. As we said in the open, we're doing Amsterdam from 1988. I have my beautiful co-hosts here with me to join me for this boat journey. So I'm gonna open it up for them. How you guys feeling tonight? You feeling good?
Feeling great, Dan. This is Kyle, by the way. This is my voice.
Bones here, feeling pretty good, feeling pretty dry, nice and dry.
Well, I hope you're ready to get wet, baby.
I think that's
Hold
what
on.
those.
Hold on. I hope you're ready to get wet. Wet.
That's what
Is that
the
better?
scuba suit's for.
No, dude. No, he sleeps naked. He scuba dives naked.
You can't scuba dive naked.
Yes, you can. You just have to have your pack on.
I think there's actually people that do that.
Yeah, but if you're wearing
it's-
an oxygen tank
Wow.
and a mask,
You have to.
The subtraction of that from considered clothing is implied.
You can't skydive naked. You gonna skydive without your fucking parachute on?
You guys rip on me for sleeping naked, but I'm also wearing a watch. So by your argument, I could say I don't sleep naked.
well, I think my argument is that you could sleep a little more naked.
Whoa, bro.
Right.
Whoa.
But
think-
I couldn't scuba dive more without an air tank.
You could for a brief period of time.
No, that's called snorkeling, you dumbass.
No, you could scuba, but you want to come up.
Guys, how much money would they have to give you to scuba dive in the canals of Amsterdam?
Seemed pretty dirty and murky.
I'm gonna say
full of
it's got to be a
garbage.
big price. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a big price for me.
I would do it before I scuba dove,
Scuba dove.
Scuba'd?
We'll go with that.
before I scuba doved in like open ocean.
What are you even gonna see in the canal, though, dude? It's filthy.
Yeah, it's filthy, but I don't have to deal with sharks or jellyfish or shit.
It would be
Or the shit that traumatized me as a kid.
It'd be the same experience if you just stuck your face in a mud puddle.
That's totally fine.
Well, minus the condoms on your face.
No, those are in the puddle.
Yeah. But do I get to have like a wetsuit and all that shit like this guy's get up? Or are you talking about like I'm naked minus or with only a scuba tank and
You're
I got to
nude-
jump in a canal?
Yeah, you're nude with a oxygen tank.
I
and
don't
a
know
mask.
because Amsterdam, legal drugs, so syringes, condoms, dead
Plus
hookers.
Plus,
Yeah.
we're gonna be high as fuck.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So hopefully we don't ever tour Amsterdam. Whew.
I'll come over. Invite me, Amsterdam.
Yeah, we're ready.
I just won't swim nude in your canals.
I don't think they want that either. So
We'll wear a wetsuit. First thoughts on Amsterdam here? How we feeling?
what a hidden gem.
Is that GEM or JIM?
JIM, a hidden gem.
Jay.
Is
There
he
might have
down?
been a-
Is he down in the canal?
There might have been a gym in there somewhere.
Sorry.
Mhm.
A hidden
Had to be.
gem.
Hi, Jim.
Yeah, I agree with Bones. This is a real, according to Jim.
Mm-hmm. Meaning I had never seen it. I don't understand how it got made.
Well, that's not a good thing.
No, I thoroughly was surprised by this pick.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. There's a lot to unpack here. I can't tell if this guy is this director or writer or whomever was a genius or a psycho. It might be both.
That's a fine line, isn't it?
That's a very fine line.
I kind of am interested to see this guy's two killer elevator movies.
He also has one about a killer lion. So, if animal horror ever comes up on 5-day rentals.
Did MGM produce that?
That'd be great.
What if they had what if only lion movies could be MGM?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that was the plan at first, and then they're like, "Oh, we're not gonna fuck. We got 4 ideas here."
Didn't that lion eat its trainer, or is that an urban legend?
The
I think that's an
MGM
urban
line?
legend.
Yeah, the MGM lion mauled and killed its handler or trainer or something.
That might be a true story. Didn't they have one where Alfred Hitchcock didn't he direct that shit or something?
The lion roar?
Yeah, I thought Hitchcock directed that.
So he set the camera up, pointed it at a lion, and
Maybe I'm wrong.
He yelled action.
yeah.
And then they shocked the lion because I'm sure it was animal cruelty to get it to
This
roar.
lion is the best actor I've ever worked with.
I mean, if you think you can control a lion, you deserve to get mauled.
Yeah.
So
That is true.
that guy, the handler got what he had coming to him.
I always really enjoyed that video of the lady when all those shark attacks were going on in Florida. And she was like, "You're going into their home. Like, if you came into my home, I would hurt you too." I was like, yeah, this lady is right.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much stop complaining about getting bitten by sharks. That's what you get, motherfucker.
Trying to swim.
Yeah, you could only be
Cool
mad.
off.
You should only be mad if one of them attacks you on land.
Oh, you're fucking hot because all the fucking pollution that you've been fucking causing? Oh. That was a global warming joke, audience.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry if we lost any listeners there.
We all heard your flat Earth bits up top.
That was a character, Kyle.
That sort of reversed itself, I think, at the end.
It kind of came full circle.
Yeah, that character had a whole arc.
Did it?
How funny is
We'll
it?
have
though,
to
that your-
re-listen.
By our standards, probably.
Yeah.
That your mom has to tell you to stop listening to QAnon. That's my story, guys. It really happened. She's a smart lady. Can we get a shout out to the moms here? Mom, I love you.
Mm-hmm. And all the hidden moms.
Yeah.
And all the hidden gems.
Mm-hmm.
Hidden gemmas.
All right, tonight we're covering Amsterdamned, 1988, directed by Dick Maas.
Massive
My
dick.
dick's got mass.
Mass, baby.
Dick Mosh.
This is our...
Good. I just said Dick Mosh.
Oh, I thought we were going to more huge dick jokes. That's what we're best at.
Huge dick jokes come at you, buddy.
Well, that meant...
It's hard to joke when it's my reality.
Well, we'll show that off on the live stream. This is our first movie in the category of detectives. We're going to have 2 more. So, here we go.
So see
Yeah,
if
that's
you
how it
can-
works.
See if you can put all these clues together that we're going to drop throughout the episode.
I think it's going to be another two movie about detectives, guys. All right, gentlemen. Amsterdamned. We, of course, have an opening here of a scuba diver in the canals of Amsterdam. He's kind of bobbing up and down, seeing where he's at. He's getting closer and closer to the lights of the city of Amsterdam. He stops, apparently, gets out of the water in a full scuba diving suit to steal a knife.
Oh, is that what's happening at the restaurant?
Yeah, he steals the knife.
Okay.
There's no way they wouldn't hear his fucking flippers.
Or his, tank.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't figure out why we were stopping into this Asian restaurant in the first place.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the guy, he's cutting the chicken and he's got the big-ass knife.
Uh-huh.
And then they kind of, in one shot, move away and then come back and the knife's gone.
Oh, okay.
He's complaining that he's like, where's the knife at? Where's the knife at? So apparently he stops and gets a knife. If this was your MO, why wouldn't you already have your tool to kill people? Like,
well, I think
if I'm going through the motions of scuba diving in the canals of Amsterdam to kill people, I would at least have a fucking killing tool.
Maybe he just went out for a night swim and then decided to murder someone.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he's the MacGyver of murder. He just picks up what he can find along the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's more, he's like a elemental killer, just like, all right, whatever I can find, I'm just going to kill you with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I mean, we know he has a diver knife, obviously, because they find...
Well, why didn't he just use that knife?
Oh, that's what I was saying. I'm like,
well, that's an emergency knife.
Maybe he was trying to pin it on the Chinese restaurant guy.
It's like when you're playing a shooter, and you're like, I'm going to hold on to this RPG because I don't know if there's a boss at the end of this level. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to stash that.
I'm going to keep my pistol through the whole game.
Yeah.
Just use my sniper rifle.
Yeah.
So he steals the knife. He gets back into the water. He kind of floats up close to some fighting at a bar. We cut to a hooker that's getting off of work. She gets into the cab. She yells, "No more bushy." And don't ask, or what does she say? "No more money, no more bushy, and don't ask me to go Dutch."
Mm-hmm.
So she gets into the car with a cab driver. She's pretty much take me home. He starts to get a little rough with her here, wanting her to provide her services for free for taking her home. He says he wants to see her money. He slams her head into his crotch area, and apparently she takes a bite out of a carrot.
Yep.
Did we hear that sound effect?
Yep.
Yeah, it was... Oof.
At one point when he's like grabbing her head too, he says, "I am a bad guy."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the bad guy here or something.
Which I guess is, he's at least honest with himself.
Yeah.
About what a piece of shit he is.
So he throws...
Yeah, like I like this. He says, "I'm taking it easy on you. It's not like I want your slit." And I thought, I don't know which one of those actions is easier, but anyway.
The language barrier here does exist. I will say that with some of the lines in here.
Oh, it makes it so much better, though.
Which is kind of funny.
It takes cheesy dialogue up a notch.
Yeah.
For sure.
Watch this movie dubbed.
So, naturally, he throws her out of the car, calls her a stinking whore. She's picking up all her belongings. We get a old bum lady that walks by and asks if she's all right. She says, "Yeah, I'm good." Then she kind of walks off. She turns around. We got the scuba diver just stabbing the fuck out of this hooker. and drags her into the water. So next, we cut to a flyover of the beautiful city of Amsterdam. And we pretty much get a history lesson here, almost a tourist guide video.
Mm-hmm.
So we fall into a boat tour that's going on here. There's a lady speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And the children are there. We got some nuns in there. We got tourists.
Yeah. What a grouping of individuals in this boat.
It's all the innocent people.
Yeah, it's like a field trip, a bunch of tourists, and some nuns in the back. The most wholesome group of people compiled.
And they're simultaneously not paying attention, but paying attention. Because they're super rowdy, and then when she makes a joke about the payos, they like lose their shit.
So she continues her tour, and the boat slowly goes under a bridge, which is where our killer here has hung our dead hooker. And of course, it's a see-through ceiling, I guess, or a overview, so you can see all the stuff. And her dead body just drags across this thing, which is great.
It's
and
fantastic. It is awesome.
And she ends up actually in the opening, just kind of dangling there.
I mean,
she smears blood from the bow, from the
middle,
bow to the stern. I use my nautical terms. Yep.
Nice.
I mean, that's bad boat captaining, right? Though he should have seen that corpse dangling.
I would think anybody in the area would see a
It's
dead
broad
hooker
daylight.
hanging from a bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, broad daylight. It has to be low enough that it would drag on the boat.
Yep.
Well, these tours aren't kicking off at like 7 a.m. This has to be at least 10.
Yeah, he should have definitely had a cup of coffee by now.
I don't know. What do you think that tour schedule is? You think it's on the hour every hour?
Yeah, but I think
Like
they have multiple
8 to
boats.
6? Multiple boats? Okay.
Yeah, I think you're probably taking out a group every couple hours.
Okay.
Plus, you want to see morning, you want to see lunchtime, you want to see the evening.
Yeah, you want to take the same tour 3 times.
Oh, you get your choice.
If you really want to get a feel for it. Well, I also feel like Amsterdam's a type of city that would have limits on the amount of tour boats, right?
I'd say there's probably traffic control in those canals pretty good there. So we have a beautiful double opening here. Just boom, boom, double opening. First time in 5 Day Rentals history. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. All right, we cut to a bathtub, and we cut to our hero here. He's taking a bath. He's at his house. We kind of get a glimpse of his bedroom here, where we see his pistol and his detective items that you would have.
His everyday carry?
Yeah, pretty much. Just what a detective would have around his house.
What else would a detective have?
A badge, Kyle.
Maybe.
Cigarettes?
Cigarettes.
Oh,
a
yes.
nice
Cigarettes were.
nice blazer.
A shattered past?
Yeah.
A hard-boiled existence.
A jaded attitude?
Like a
Zippo?
a heart locket, but like the glass is cracked in it.
A daughter that threatens to shoot you in the fucking face.
Bang!
Guys, I really felt this movie because that's how my daughter wakes me up every morning
She
with a loaded gun.
Yeah, holds a gun up to you.
So he's in the bath. His daughter walks in with his gun and points it at him and pretty much says, "Yo, you got to drive me to school today. They stole my bike." And he's like, "Well, put that gun down. It's loaded. That's not funny." And just he's really nonchalant with this dad thing.
Throughout the movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think he asked for it.
When we start to dissect him a little bit more, he is one of the more cool characters.
He's just a European dad, dude. He's just whatever.
Everything's all right.
Do whatever you want today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even later on during the date, he literally says that. Like, yeah, she'll be fine. She don't need me around.
She's used to my hours or some shit. The kid's just joking around. She gets a phone call. She goes in. She tells the guy that he's in the bath. He's probably masturbating in the John over there.
She also calls him Eric.
Yeah.
Not Dad. She just calls him by his first name.
Yeah, our lead detective here is called Eric. That's his name. I guess this is the call about the dead hooker.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
Bones, this daughter also, like when she bursts into the bathroom, she says you've been in there for an hour.
Yeah.
Is that a good?
yeah, what did you think of this bathtub setup?
Is that a good bath allotment of time?
Depends on how hot the goddamn water is. I told you guys about the time I was in the bath and it was way too hot and I was there for way too long.
Yeah. How long
And
are you staying in there though? Are you hitting an hour?
No, I don't think I can
That's a
do an
good
hour.
soak.
But I'm also not a hungover detective.
Mm.
Needing
That's
to cool
true.
off. Plus, obviously, people are wearing jackets throughout this movie, but they generally don't have air conditioning in Europe, so might be
That is true.
a main way to cool off. To answer your question, I've never taken an hour-long bath.
Mm.
Nor would I take a bath in the morning. It's a cool down thing. It's not to help me get going.
It seems like he might have just drug in like 2 hours ago though.
Yes.
Like he might have gotten home as the sun was coming up.
You don't think he slept?
Yeah, she
No.
says like an hour in the bath, not to mention when you got home.
Yeah.
Like she's sort of calling him out on it.
So he is winding down the day,
Right.
at least.
So they get ready for school. He drops her off. We also got a scene in here where he goes to a bakery, which I don't even think we fucking need.
I love it because
So-
it's got my favorite line of dialogue.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I kind of was going to skip it, but he gets stuck in traffic. He kind of looks over and there's a guy holding up a bakery with a fucking knife. So, of course, he runs in and tackles him and arrests him and all that. Is it when he comes out and he says,
The guy behind him is like, "It's about time you showed up, asshole."
because I was like, who was he talking
Yeah.
to?
Yeah,
Well,
it's the
see-
guy behind him cussing him. It's about time you showed up, asshole.
I thought the bit in the shop was funny
Yes.
because the guy
baker is pissed.
The guy is like holding up the baker at knife point. Eric runs in and tackles him, and then the baker is like, "You used excessive force." It's like, the guy was gonna cut you, dude.
Yeah, he says, "You used excessive force, plus you destroyed my cakes.
Yeah.
I only used the finest ingredients." Like, what is that? Plus, there's a
This-
little insert of the assailant or like the bad guy licking and eating
yeah.
the cake. It's like, shit, you may as well your face in it. But
Yep.
You're going away for at least 30 days. It's the Netherlands, so
yeah,
they got better prisons over there.
Holy shit.
Amsterdam's way before its time here. Wow.
Dude, that's not 30 days in Amsterdam.
Yeah, it's like 28.
They probably like just make you eat the cake before you can leave.
do you feel bad
All of
about
it.
what you did to the baker?
Yeah.
All of it. All of it.
You will
Keep
now
eating.
do 52 hours of service in the bakery.
You must learn to bake with him, and you have career after, not be criminal.
You can no longer hold a knife.
Yeah.
So Eric finally makes it to the scene here. He goes and meets with his the Amsterdam George Costanza here. His partner. Which is kind of his partner, but not really, I guess. He kind of shows up just along the way. I didn't catch his name. Did you guys get his name?
No,
I don't think he ever said it.
just a nameless European.
So they go over pretty much just giving them all kind of the shit that we've already seen with the opening scene with the dead hooker. Talking about she's been stabbed and the bum lady seen a witness or whatever. And so they call her over and she says, hey, it was a monster and something about God or something.
Oh, yeah. She says something about, like, it was like God punishing her because she was a hooker, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she gets or something. Then we cut to lunch, and they're kind of just still talking about the case. And that's about it on that. We cut back to Eric's apartment. We got his daughter and her friend Willie, who is dubbed with a 40-year-old man. And I will say this is the movie that I want to see. I want to see Willie's movie.
Mm-hmm.
Relax, I'm a judo champion.
My mother, what does he say? My mother died in a boat accident or something.
Yeah,
Is it the
or his
riverside?
aunt.
My aunt died on the river,
Yeah.
I think is what he says.
So apparently this guy is into, Wiccan?
He's a
what the fuck
psychic.
is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A psychic.
He's a
Okay.
seer, dude.
So,
And he's right 2 out of the 3 times.
Mhm.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah. It's a pretty good hit rate for a seer.
So they go, I guess he's trying to, talk to his aunt who died by the river. We got Eric who comes home with some groceries and Willie leaves and they just talk about some family. I think she's just complaining about peanut butter and jam and shit.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. She does what I do. She asks, did you remember peanut butter this time? And he says, there's more to life than peanut butter. And she's like, no jelly either.
Something
This
else.
is a legit argument I have in my house.
Did you bring in your fiance to watch this scene? And then you were just
She-
like, see?
Told you.
She came in the latter half.
So we cut to nighttime. We got 2 guys in a boat that are testing the water outside a nuclear plant. I guess their MO here is to see if there's a leak or anything, any radiation in the water, I guess.
And speaking of leaks,
Already?
no. The one guy in the boat is going to take a leak. That's what he says.
I thought you had to pee. I was like,
No.
damn.
That did seem suspect. Like, if you're looking for contaminants in the water, and then
Maybe
Yeah,
don't
why would
pee,
you piss in
don't
it?
pee in your spot.
yeah, and then your buddy's just gonna piss in there. And then what are you gonna say? The nuclear plant is leaking piss into the water? It's a total frame job.
We've got
dude.
some interesting findings from the canal.
Well,
So
also, these guys kind of get what's coming to them for trying to snitch anyway. Out there,
He's powering a whole city.
yeah,
Bastards.
out there taking samples at 3 a.m. trying to get some nuclear scientist in trouble.
So they see some bubbles in the water. They freak out. They pull up their little testing thing. And what the fuck? Is that a piece of like a missile? Like, what is that they pulled up?
okay,
I watched this twice and I was like,
I don't
what
understand
the fuck is
it.
this?
It's some sort of testing device.
Yeah, I think it's something that they can lower and take samples at various depths in the water.
Did
Yeah.
he just, so he just bent it all up and shit.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
the confusing part
okay.
to me. Like, why was he like freaked out?
Because it almost looked like a end of a missile or something
Yeah,
to me. I was like,
Exactly.
what the fuck is that?
I think it's to
Okay.
imply that like he's strong or something and can mangle shit.
I guess he could
Yeah.
punch holes in the sides of
He's
boats.
strong as hell, dude. He can bend up this metal.
Fucking, have you ever seen a real scuba diver?
And he drags a
Fit.
tugboat later, right?
Yeah. So they were like, let's hightail it out of here. This is crazy. One guy turns around to turn on the motor, and one just disappears right off the boat. Like, you don't even hear him fall in the fucking water.
No. Oh, also, these guys say when they're taking the samples, they say we haven't even found a turd or a rubber yet.
That must be common, see?
Yeah.
I think these people in Holland are just shitting right into the canal.
Shitting and...
Well, they shit into a
throwing-
condom and throw it into the canal.
It's at least contained, I guess.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of hard.
I don't want to
just
be a
shit in
polluter. I couldn't poop into a condom.
Kron, I think you should take on this science experiment.
Oh, you
Do
could
you-
totally.
do you
just gotta
unroll-
have your buddy hold it open at the top, so the turd can drop in.
So you unroll it first
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
pull. Okay, you don't poop into it and then roll it down the turd.
You got your buddy has to open the top, and then he's kind of got to like help it down as it starts to go.
All right, well, I'll be the pooper. You be the holder.
Oh no, dude, holder is the worst job.
No, I hate opening. I hate getting condom on my fingers, man.
Why? That's a badge of honor, bro.
That's the least of my worries in this scenario.
I would
I
have
get the shit in a condom, and I
Kron
don't have
should put condoms on his fingers before.
If you come out of that scenario with just condom on your fingers, count yourself lucky, dude.
I'm the shitter. I don't have to get any condoms on my finger.
Yeah, but if that's your biggest hang up here, then
My fingers aren't going to smell weird when I eat our burritos from Taco Bell later.
they will, though.
They will.
And no one's going to be saying your hands smell like condom.
And I'm not holding the condoms after we eat Taco Bell, guys. No. Thanks to our sponsor tonight, Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Dick Moss.
That is true. Dick Moss. So this guy freaks because his buddy disappears. He pulls up the anchor, and of course his buddy's head is on it, which doesn't look
awesome.
too bad. I thought it
awesome.
looked pretty good. He wigs out and just jumps off the fucking boat and starts swimming to shore. We got a service truck that goes by here. He's like waving him down. Hey, come and get me. The truck driver stops. His buddy asks, "What are you doing?" He said, "I seen a guy down there. I'm going to go see what he wants." So he heads down there, and we got the scuba killer comes right out of the water and just drags his fool into the water. Next, we got the factory scene. The next day, we got Eric checking out the scene again. He kind of goes through the same Amsterdam George Costanza's giving him all the details here.
Martin? Is his name Martin?
Yeah, no, that's the psychiatrist.
Oh, okay.
I should have letterboxed that. What a fucking film podcast we are. We'll just call him Netherlands George Costanza.
Sure.
So he's talking to the guy, and all of a sudden he hears some yelling about a camera and all this shit. So he goes over, and this is where we meet Holland's Sean Penn.
Oh, man. What a looker
Jo-
this guy is.
John, who looks nothing like Sean Penn.
No.
Potter, maybe, is the other cop's name? I'm trying to look
What
in
is it?
IMDb to save you.
Mm.
There's Potter.
Yeah, it might be. Because there's a girl, too.
Yeah. Okay.
Potter. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
So he says, "Oh yeah, this is Holland's Sean Penn, and he apparently John here is his name. He's from the River Police. How many police forces do they have?
Street and water.
You'd think it'd be his jurisdiction.
Air. Yeah, like why do we have Eric on this case?
Yeah.
So he's like, "Oh yeah, we've met 13 years ago. He stole my fucking girlfriend from me, pretty much. So I guess they had some beef there, but they get over it. Then we get some boys out there in the water. They find a depth meter, and Eric asks, "Oh, do we have a diver here?" He says, "Well, we can't be for sure."
Oh,
We cut back to the police station. What
is
was that
this
called?
also the part where there's like there's a bit of dialogue in here where Eric says, like, what were they doing? And the other cop says, apparently they were collecting water samples. And then Eric says, apparently they were the samples.
And now they're the same. Yeah.
Yeah. They were
There's
the
a little
ones who ended up being sampled.
Sampled.
Also, I think we skipped over the part where they go to the canteen, right? Like the restaurant at the police station. Did you mention that? Because I thought they did that after the first murder, right?
No, I think that's coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's coming up. Because they go back to the police station, and this is where he has the maps on the wall, and he's putting the stuff in there.
Okay. And then
So
they
there's
go
maps. Yeah, and they're kind of talking about the case and all that. That's where the lady shows up,
right.
too. And this is where we meet the director as well. He comes in and says, "Oh, I'm glad you guys are working together again," or whatever, and just keep me posted pretty much on what's going on. And that's where that guy comes in and says they have over 8,000 divers in the Netherlands, and they have a big ass thing of papers. And that's when they cut to they go to the coroner next, and to see the hooker and the other two dudes.
Right.
So we got the trope of the coroner explaining what's happening to the stripper. She was stabbed 16 times. He's got the guy's head in the scale from the water testers.
Did you guys notice that this coroner is super obsessed with what everyone was eating?
Okay, so that's why I wanted to bring up the fact that they ate, because there's obsession with food throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Like people eating at a restaurant, but yeah, the coroner lists what each body has in their stomachs.
Yeah.
Says that the hooker had like a high quality burger.
Hamburger and wine.
Yeah.
Top quality beef.
Yeah, and then the two guys, right, they had a vegetarian lentil and vegetables.
I think he says they were like poor or something.
Right.
'Cause
They even had tofu for dessert.
Yeah. I don't know if he was implying poor. I think he was just ripping on them for like being vegetarian. Because he says like they have...
Hey.
Well, the coroner said they had lentils, carrots, the usual slop.
Yeah.
I'm not judging Bones. The coroner judges.
Or is that a usual sort of like cheap dish in Amsterdam?
Yeah, maybe.
Amsterdam's definitely on our tour list.
But yeah, there's food without.
Yeah. So coroner kind of explains how the victims died, all that shit. That's when we cut back to lunch. He's having lunch with John. Same thing. They're just going over the case again. And they're talking. I think that's when he explains he was telling him about the old case that he worked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's lunch with John. He has lunch with the other guy earlier.
Yeah.
And
they're just talking about the case
at the work cafeteria. And
yeah,
then I was like, fuck yeah, that's like awesome. You know, it's like they have a nice ass work cafeteria.
When in Germany, we would stop if we were traveling, and at the gas stations, you'd go upstairs and there'd be like a whole cafeteria. You could just eat, like grab a tray and go grab all your shit. Yeah, they didn't have like McDonald's or any of that shit. I mean, they did, but you want none of that shit. You want that fine European cuisine.
Did they have Chick-fil-A?
Fuck no, man. Fuck those Christians.
Whoa.
We're an anti-Chick-fil-A podcast, right?
I don't know. I like Chick-fil-A.
I think Kron's a Chick-fil-A fiend.
Well, I'm not a fiend, but
Is there any way to mute him tonight?
it's a tasty chicken sandwich.
It's a fucking chicken. I can make a chicken sandwich like that.
You don't have to. I don't agree with their political stances, but
They deep fry it in holy water, Kron. That's the only.
I'm
difference.
also not gonna deny that you can't buy buttons down at the Hobby Lobby. I mean,
Yeah, we know
Not
you.
on Sunday, bitch. I can't get fine crafts made in Indonesia by slave children, and I can't get a chicken sandwich on Sundays. That's fucked up, man. This is America.
You could still get one elsewhere.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're the
Yeah.
loyalist.
You go to
here.
Wendy's.
We all know who has the best chicken sandwich. That's Popeyes.
Popeyes.
Yeah.
I get these if I really need to like fight that craving. They make some spicy chicken boca patties. I can't tell the difference.
Has it been so long that you can't tell the difference anymore?
Yeah. For sure.
That
although
it
I'll
tastes
have
like-
I'll have an Impossible Burger now and then, and I'm like, they fucked me up. This is a real fucking burger, right? Like,
Yeah, I tried
There's
one
no-
of those, and
there's no way.
I thought it was pretty close.
I had the one at Robin Hood, and I was like, yeah, but I just ate a burger.
I mean, it's probably way worse for you than eating the actual burger.
I get
What?
down on those veggies.
Yeah,
No,
they're
I just mean with how
plain.
processed it is and shit. So
Yeah.
try to limit that stuff.
I just take a bite right out of the cow, dude.
Yeah.
Cut out the middleman.
That's why I usually just eat lentils and the usual slop.
It was a slop.
It's the coroner's words, Bones, not mine.
No, I wasn't ripping on you.
So we got Eric.
We
he
had the
shows
same.
up at
We
the
keyed into the same thing together. Like I was, oh shit, this corner's obsessed
Kron.
with their tummies.
Kron. Stop fucking making fun of Bones because he's poor, dude.
Yeah.
No.
The
Okay.
listener knows the one who didn't go to college.
I'll mail you some food.
No, dude. We gave you half of our credits, so you have a degree now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. You can do that now?
Yeah.
I've been out of academia so long, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, dude. You're a scholar with us.
I tried to log
doctor
into
now.
Phoenix University, but I forgot my password.
So we got Eric, our detective. He shows up at a diving school or club, I guess.
The
he
biggest in
talked
the
with-
Netherlands.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you the best diving club? Is it just like a recreational program,
They
basically?
they went to regionals.
I guess. There has to be some... I guess that doesn't seem crazy to have a diving competition, but to call yourself the best diving club, it's suspect.
He talks to the manager here, who's just apparently the people in Amsterdam do not like the police. Apparently, because he's just like, "Yeah, what the fuck? You pretty much get out of here. Like, leave us alone.
Hey, get out of here. What the fuck?
What the fuck, man? This is
Hey,
fucking
what are
trying
you
to blow some
doing?
bubbles.
I'm a Dutch diving instructor. Get the fuck out of here, you.
I'm not fucking mob connected. What are you? No witness protection. What are you fucking talking
This
about?
fucking guy coming into the diving club.
Wanting to look around and shit. But that's what Eric does. He just asks if he can look around. So yeah, the manager kind of shows him around. He kind of asks him about the equipment that they're using, stuff like that.
He says like 1,400 or 14,000 members.
Yeah,
all
Yeah.
all
crazy
share
number.
the same shed worth of scuba gear.
6 things of scuba gear. Yeah. He walks out onto the little dock there, and this is where we meet our love interest, Laura. She takes off all of her, her, what do you call that? Scuba
Gear.
suit gear. Not all of it, just like to show her face. And he just pretty much asked her for, you want to go out on a drink? Like, let's go get a drink. She's like, okay, sure. I'll meet you at the bar. So we cut to the bar. He's sitting there having a drink there, old Eric.
On duty.
Mm-hmm.
On duty, yeah, because that's a true fucking detective, bro.
Yeah.
We got Martin, another character. He comes strolling in. Apparently, he is a good-looking, savvy guy.
Savvy?
Savvy?
Saucy.
I'm assuming that's what you meant.
Savvy guy. 52. Cut that out. He comes up to Laura and it's like, hey, like, let's go to this concert. And Eric's like, I thought you were going to have a drink with me. She's like, oh, yeah, I forgot we were going to this concert. This is Martin. And they just take off. So he gets stood up. Fucking loser.
Martin didn't finish or pay for his drink in this scene.
Oh, because he's class act.
He's
bro.
got a tab.
I
Yeah, he
guess.
probably gets a tab.
Well, he took like one sip, though, and then just dropped it. Just left it.
I don't think anybody finishes their drinks in this film. So we get this is where we get the sweet close-up shots of all the scuba gear, like the tubes, the fucking hoses.
So many tubes.
the
So many
knobs.
scuba tubes.
Yeah. I didn't have time to look up what all the equipment was. Karan, would you like to
Hey,
inform us?
I'm your scuba instructor. Okay, everybody grab your tube in your left hand. All right, connect your tube to your hose. All right, that's good. That's good.
Do we have to turn our oxygen on?
Now take your condom full of excrement.
Throw that out into the canal.
Yeah.
That will be your target.
Drop that in the water. That's where you're gonna launch in.
This will be your marker for the extent of this training.
How to properly dispose of your shit in Amsterdam.
Now everyone give me the other end of your hose. I'll hold these above water while you explore the murky depths.
Of Amsterdam's beautiful canals. How many times did we write the word anal this week on our notes?
I don't know, Dan. You tell me.
Mine's
can't
zero.
spell canal without
I
anal.
took 0 notes, so
How do you not have notes?
I
Is
don't.
this like
Do you see this?
Yeah,
That's filled with notes of films.
Is this like a Jack
Beer, buddy.
Is this a Jack Torrance scenario where you just wrote anal 1,500 times?
No anal makes a man dull.
Yeah.
Oh, you were saying because you had to write the word canal?
That was the joke.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. I was going to say, isn't there a porn company called Studio Anal?
Probably.
Because of Studio Canal.
Yes, I was doubling up on Dan's joke.
Well, that apartment complex across the street is really pissed off when that sign went up. Oh, you got the anal apartment? What a view. So, yeah, we just got some pretty sweet close-up shots of scuba gear. That's all that really is. Where are we at here?
At this point in the movie, were you guys confused by that, like that it didn't seem like a 1988 movie? Just from the aesthetic of it?
Yeah.
Because I thought it looked really good.
Yeah.
Personally, I felt like it. If you had told me it was made in '96, I'd believe you.
I think it's got kind of that. I would have thought. I guess I would have thought like early '90s, like '93 or something. It kind of had that feel about
Right.
it.
Let's see. Twice Dead was 88 as well. And yeah, I would say Amsterdam looked better than Twice Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So next, we're going to cut to a restaurant where a girl has a Salvation Army tin that she's kind of just throwing in people's faces to
Save the
donate.
clock tower.
Yep.
So
That face she's making,
Mm-hmm.
killer.
This was just,
Killer. I don't care.
I don't understand why they just couldn't cut to the alley where she was getting on her fucking bike here.
Well, we had to show another restaurant.
Yeah.
No, we had to show the can of the Salvation Army because that comes back in
Yes.
Also,
later, I guess.
that restaurant is weird as hell. It's like there's like a guy in a sombrero playing a guitar, but then they're serving like big tiki drinks and like coconuts.
Would you rather go here than the Hunger restaurant where the chicks are swimming?
I mean, if I get to watch chicks swim,
I'd rather
Or the Mexican restaurant in MXP?
I'd rather eat a hot dog off the floor at Zabulba, dude.
It wouldn't be on the floor, dude. It'd be in your butt.
if it ain't pierced, it's fair game, bro.
Either way, we're putting something in you or through you.
Here, to answer your question, Dan, we have already been to the Mexican restaurant in MXP because that is a Midwest Mexican restaurant. Like, not real Mexican, but it's what we grew up going to.
I ain't ever seen a fake fucking palm tree in any of the Mexican restaurants I've been. Maybe I
No,
have.
I know of one on your way to work that has a giant fucking mural of a painted tree like on the wall.
Oh, La Familia.
Yeah.
That place sucks. I don't ever go there.
They got a chip and salsa bar though.
Bar.
You don't have to wait for them to bring you chips.
Yeah, it's laziness. You got to do it your fucking self.
I don't mind getting up and
For them to bring you the chips takes like 30 seconds.
No, you physically got to get up. You forget.
I'm saying
every
that
time
at a
too.
normal
You're
place, though.
Oh fuck yeah, that's right. I got to go get my own chips.
No,
At a
I'd
normal-
rather get my own because I don't feel as judged. You
When
know,
you-
if it's like the fourth basket, I'm like, hey, can I get some more chips?
You got to walk through the whole restaurant so everybody can see you.
No,
Like, that dude's been up there 5 times.
no,
Look at
you
this
send
fucking-
the next person. It's like I
What
would.
if you're
I would
eating
last
alone?
time. You go. You go. Fucking eat alone. Jesus.
Excuse me, sir. Please,
Sir, you're past your limit, sir. No, only 4.
please, sir. I've already been so many times and I'm
That's-
eating alone.
Yeah, you ask the family next to you if they'll fill up your basket on the next time they go up.
Hey, can you send little Philip up there? I need another. I need another fix.
I hit my limit.
So yeah, she's dragging a Salvation Army can around asking for donations at this restaurant. We cut to her leaving. We got the scuba killer that's apparently in the alley here, dressed in full scuba gear again. We find out the girl's pretty much stealing this shit. She just puts it all in her pocket. We got a scare here, but it's 2 police officers that come up behind her. We get another. She takes off.
She has a figure that would stop traffic.
Well, these cops too, like
Go to a
they
sex
have-
shop.
Yeah, once they have an
they're in the
interaction with
window.
her, they just go and stare into the window of a sex shop.
Yeah, because she kind of turns the corner closer to the canal, and then that's when Scuba Killer comes up from the canal and grabs her and carries her into the water, and they come running, and that's all we really see. Next, we cut to we got 2 trash guys that are cleaning the trash out of the canal. One guy is kind of dicking around with a pitchfork. He pulls up a dollar bill, not a dollar bill, but what is Amsterdam currency called in 1988? It's the euro now, but
I don't know, Dan.
you guys didn't do your fucking research. Anyway, it's whatever a 20 is in Amsterdam.
I took German, bruh. And that would be a franc.
That would be a mark.
I don't know, a roundy or they probably had some fun name for it.
Roundy?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be a coin?
that's what you'd think.
Well, they do so much drugs. They do that all of their paper money is rolled up, so they start calling it a roundy.
I was gonna say it's a Billy because it's a bill.
Sure, it could be any of those things.
God damn it! And all three of us have degrees.
No,
Not in Amsterdam's.
I have an honorary degree.
Not in Amsterdam's currency of the past.
Wait,
So these guys. What was that?
no, go ahead.
They're just pulling trash up, and they end up pulling out the girl who gets drug into the canal.
Oh, I was gonna say the thing cleaning up the trash is pretty cool. Like a floating
Like a
front
scoop
end
and a dump
loader.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should make sense because you got to think how many. Yeah, like how many people are just throwing shit in that thing? You're just like tossing it right in the canal. Done. All right, so they pull the dead body up. We cut back to the police station. We got Eric. He's going over some details about the case with his coworkers. The director calls him into the office pretty much. This is your classic. The director's going to get onto my ass because we don't have we haven't found out any new information about these cases. We got fucking bodies piling up. So he needs answers so he can talk to the mayor and all this other bullshit.
Is it pompous to think that? Because my thought was, it's funny how much of like an American cliche, like detective story that they're doing. You know, the chief saying the mayor's up my ass and all these other things. Am I an asshole to assume that, oh, these are all like Hollywood American cliches? I don't know enough about, European detective stories. Like how much did we steal from them or?
No, I think we pretty much invented detecting.
Okay.
So, +1 for old USA.
Okay.
Because
I just got
people from Europe didn't discover what is North America.
Well, once they got here, they were Americans, Dan.
Yeah.
You guys know we're all European, right?
I'm pure-blooded American, baby.
My point being, I just got such a kick out of how much of the trope they were hitting. The drinking on the job, hitting on the chick, wife ran off, boss is on my ass. But
I think it follows an American movie template of a detective.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even our main character here looks like a Dutch Bruce Springsteen. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah. There was like a Jean Reno kind of in the face.
Not a bad looking guy, though. Surprised he didn't have, like an American acting career.
If this guy threw on a little Linkin Park, would you? Would you?
We're not going to talk about that, Kyle. That was the past. It's the present now, okay?
Okay.
That's only on the road from Vegas,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
Well,
It's not on a canal.
let's say you lost your money in the casino and this handsome
Dutchman.
piece of Euro trash shows up and offers to, give you a ride somewhere.
If he had enough Billies, I would do it.
What about one crisp roundy?
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Bet a roundy is like
You throw on some Linkin Park. I don't know. I just can't control myself.
bet a roundy's like 50 billies.
Linkin Park came on the other day, and it just reminded me.
Came on
of
what?
The dude next to you had a great time.
And I was like, God, I did make that joke, didn't I? Fuck. I don't remember the shit I say.
Rachel, listen to that one yet?
I don't. Was that Army of the Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. All right, goddamn, where are we at?
He's getting chewed out by the chief.
Chewed out by the chief. Pretty much on his ass about the case. We need more answers, blah, blah, blah. We cut to him in the lobby. John and Eric are talking about the depth meter there. It comes back that it's only been there for like 3 days. So it pretty much belongs to the killer. We cut to the art museum. Laura is an art guide, and Eric just stops in and kind of just goes on a little tour with her as she takes the guests through there. He pretty much just asks her out on a date, and she agrees. Next up, we go to the Windmill restaurant that they're at.
What a beautiful place.
This is a very pro Amsterdam come to Amsterdam movie, I think. This is also
minus
a
the whole
tourist.
murder.
Yeah, minus the whole murder. We pull you in with the murder, but don't you want to see our beautiful canals and windmills here?
Is that their tourist pitch? Like their slogan?
Tourism comes up many times in this film. Even the mayor mentions it. Then you got the tourist little spiel at the beginning before we get the dead hooker bloodbath there.
Mm-hmm.
His towel when he gets out of the bath is an Amsterdam towel. Like everything in here is just Amsterdam all over it.
Well, it is in Amsterdam.
Did I mention that this movie is called Amsterdamned? It's about a crazy lunatic who dams all the canals in Amsterdam.
All the clues are really falling into place on this one.
Well, this is our detective category, Kron. All right, they're on a date. And boy, do we have some dialogue here. All right. She starts asking him about himself. He says, I'm just a basic cop. What else does he say? Fuck. Did anybody write this down?
She says this is a nice place. He says, yeah, I may have a rough job, but I like to,
live
live
up every
well.
once in a while. Yeah.
She says something about, what about the schedule and your daughter? And he says, I'd be miserable in a desk job. And she's used to my crazy schedule anyway. So really is sort of just an excuse for him being a deadbeat dad, like making excuses.
He says enough about me. What about you? And this is where he kind of starts to question her about Martin and if he dives anymore. And we find out that Martin is Laura's psychiatrist. And apparently after she lost her husband, she went and seen Martin, and he suggested that she does diving to help clear her mind and all that type of shit. And she says, but enough about me. And he says, all right, my lady, how about sex?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Just double checking,
I
guys.
got nothing to say.
I mean,
Have you guys ever ended a date like that?
I've started a date like that.
All right, first off, I'm not paying, and are we going to have sex? All right, I'm out of here.
I knocked on the door. She said, just a minute. And I said, how about sex?
the lady will take the check, but I have one more question for her.
Bones, did she say, this is her mother. She's upstairs still.
I said,
But
I
okay.
know.
So we cut back to Eric's place. We got Willie here and his daughter. and they're using some sort of witchcraft to point out on the map to find the killer. Willie needs something that belongs to the killer to find out where he is.
My Willie just needs a little attention now and then.
Yeah.
I guess I'm talking about Willie the character.
Oh.
In the film. He kind of goes into almost like a seizure type thing and starts scribbling.
Yeah, it creeps her out, which is kind of funny.
He hooks into the spirit world, dude.
Yeah.
He uses all that Wiccan. He must have been rubbing sticks together all day. He circles a spot on the map, so they decide that they're going to go there to find this scuba killer. We cut to that place. Willie's kind of fooling around. He goes to investigate some noises. The girl follows him. He scares her. She pushes him in the water. He says, "The scuba guy's in here. Get me out." She says, "Well, you should have known I was going to push you in the water." Then he's like, I'll get you out if you do my homework, even my French or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he pulls it out. And then we cut to they walk away, and the scuba diver pops out of the water. Ooh.
Whoa.
We got Eric here. He drops Laura off from the date. He doesn't end up getting sex. He goes home, pours himself the tiniest glass of whatever he's drinking that I've ever seen, and then puts ice in it.
It's just a nightcap, dude. It's a little taste of something to settle your tummy.
Wash that wine out.
Yeah.
He checks on his daughter, and then he goes to bed.
Well,
Did you notice the drawing on the door?
yeah.
Yeah.
Some detective this guy is. He doesn't even notice the drawing of Willie strangling the scuba killer.
Solved. Willie solved it.
Yeah.
So we cut back to the police station. This is where we get the old man with no shirt on and his little flipper fins here.
Dan, did you notice how long that guy's nose is?
No.
I couldn't tell if it was a really long nose or if the way that the mask seated on his face, it made it look larger, but it looked fucking gargantuan.
It looks like as long as a middle finger. Dan, is there a movie tie-in here?
I don't know what you guys are talking about. He didn't have his shirt on, so it has nothing to do with laundry.
No. There's clearly a movie about a character whose nose grows longer and longer.
Are you talking about Tenet again? So we get this old dude. He shows up. He says he's the killer. Everybody has a good laugh. And
Temporal pincer movement.
we cut to a woman who's floating in the middle of the canal. I'm not sure that's the smartest thing to do. We got a guy. He's kind of yelling at her like, "Let's go." You know how my mom and dad get when we're late. We got a kind of a Jaws moment here because we see the bubbles behind her for the scuba killer.
A Joss moment?
Yeah. Oh, I meant Josh. Sorry, listeners.
Josh?
Josh? So,
multiple Jaws references, I feel like. I feel like later with the mayor and like his whole spiel. Yeah, there's...
And then he's like, "We're gonna
somebody
need a
watched
bigger boat."
Jaws before they made this.
we're going to need another boat because I just crashed this one. I kind of like this scene, though. The scuba killer puts his face up. It's a see-through, like, floaty that she's in. And he sticks his knife through, and he kind of twists it around and cuts her right into her Netherland regions.
Nice. What do you... Yeah.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Did you write
That's better,
that down
that's
in your
better than
notes?
mine.
What'd you have?
Oh, did you just notice the quick cut to a pussycat?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was pretty good, too.
Yeah, that was a good little...
And guys, this is where we come to our pee break, okay? Because I think the listener deserves it, and I think we deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go
Just
piss.
look out for any knives by
Just
your
don't
willies.
shit in any condoms, please.
No. Do so you can mark where you need to jump in the water.
I'm gonna buy a shitload of condoms now if I gotta start shitting in condoms.
Why
Fuck.
you don't have a bunch?
Nah, bro.
You should just have a stockpile ready to go
I should have.
when the moment strikes.
Yeah, they're fun.
And you
even
gotta
when
go
you're
diving.
alone.
You guys use Magnums or Trojans?
I
Am I
have to
shitting in them or not?
Yeah. Well, for what purpose?
Yeah.
Well, I know you guys don't use condoms to have sex. So.
You've made it this far into the podcast. Why not take it a little bit further? Find us online at Letterboxd 5-Day Rentals. Hell, you can even send us an email at 5dayrentalspodcast@gmail.com.
All right, welcome back to 5-Day Rentals, y'all. Hopefully you got a little piss in there, and hopefully you got some beers, or whatever you drink.
Well, maybe
Hopefully you're
they're
not drinking piss.
maybe they're driving,
Even better, dude. I drive better when I drink.
so they peed in a Gatorade bottle and shit in a condom.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't have that too many dedicated fans.
When you gotta get to Reno, from Reno to Barstow, dude, you do what you gotta do.
When you got a convoy to lead, no telling what you're gonna do.
Dan, maybe your neighbor will leave a condom full of shit in your kitchen.
Well, like, dude, you can shit in my kitchen, but it better be in a condom.
I think Dan's biggest gripe would be that if he picked it up, his fingers might smell like condom.
Condom, yeah. Sorry, we're referencing a off mic conversation.
I had a neighbor who quit drinking because he shit in his his kitchen. So that's it.
Didn't he say that guy listens?
Yeah,
He might not want to tell his story.
Shout out to Van, baby. What's up, Van?
Jesus.
Love you,
Christ.
dude. Thanks for listening. He's a cool guy.
see a cul-de-sac, bro?
Yeah, he's on my left.
Minus one
You,
listener.
you mean your port side?
Yeah, totally.
On the poop deck.
Good brother. All right, so we cut to the director. He's meeting with the mayor. The mayor he said, we got to fucking find this killer. We want to take Eric off the case. He says, no, we need more time. Eric's our best guy. Mayor pretty much says, yo, look, you got 3 days to find a killer. So let's make that happen. We got Laura. She's at Martin's office. She's in a therapy session, I guess. Martin wants to know more about Eric. That's pretty much what this boils down to. She asked if Eric has asked about him, or he asked if Eric has asked about him. And she goes through like, I'm pretty much tired of you are asking me questions. Let me ask you questions. And it's kind of a whatever.
So they're friends. He's her psychologist, but they're friends and they go out and do stuff together.
Yeah.
And
he's
he's a terrible. Go ahead.
He's totally got the hots for her, too. I mean,
Yeah, and then he admits it here, right? Because he says, "Yeah, I'm a little jealous."
Yeah.
So you put this on top of what we find out later about him. This dude is just a terrible psychiatrist. Mm-hmm. Breaking all sorts of rules.
yeah.
Pretty much. Next up, we got a scene of the guys two cops keeping a spotlighting the canal, like searching for the scuba killer, I guess. And one dude gets freaked out and shoots a fucking duck. Next, we got a cut here of John and Eric just booking it down some steps. They're getting briefed from Netherlands George Costanza there about a possible suspect who got fired from like an oil rig or some shit.
Yeah.
I like this scene because the cop who's like kind of talking these guys through it is basically just like, we found a guy, he has a wetsuit, and he has used rope. I think it's him.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. It's pretty thin, but...
Well, the John guy goes on earlier that the depth finder, right?
Mm-hmm.
They did some analysis on that, and they said like it would be somebody that was on an oil rig or around some shit, right?
Yeah.
So that helped them narrow it down.
So these guys, they book it over to a hotel that this guy's supposedly staying at. Apparently in Amsterdam, there's no such thing as a fucking search warrant because they just bust your fuck right in.
Do you need a search warrant for a hotel?
I don't know. You tell me.
It's been a really long time since I detected anything.
I mean, if I was in a hotel, I'd say, yo, copper.
What I
You ain't
can't
getting in here without some papers.
I can tell you that whenever we had to do like a fire inspection at a hotel, we had to have like the owner with us or whatever, and we would knock on the door because we would do all the empty rooms and then knock, and then they would basically go in and say like, hey, we need to do our check, yada yada, and like, you know, ask for permission to give them time to clean up or whatever. But it was pretty much, you know, we can come in the room if we need to come in the room. So maybe there's some rule that since it's a hotel, they can bust in.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
he's wanted for a fucking crime here.
Yeah.
So they bust.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not been found guilty or anything, but...
No search warrant. He's guilty. They bust in the room. They found a scuba suit hanging in his shower. They find some pictures of the guy, which is another trope. One of them, the lady here, checks the WC. Do you guys know what that is?
It's a shitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they call
Water
it.
closet.
Water closet, yeah. Yeah. We teach things here.
Yeah.
Sure.
She hears a motorcycle start up and looks out the bathroom window, and we see a guy take off on a motorcycle. I said motor pod. The fuck?
Motor piss.
That's the name of our band, Kyle. She says, hey, yo, Eric, the guy just left on a motorcycle. He said, okay, I'm going to jump out this window. Second pick in a row, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's about 2 stories shy of Chai and Fat's jump, but it still looked painful.
It's no Chow Fat jump, but yeah, it'll do. They get into a police car. And who's he? Is he with Potter here? John.
The guy, I think it's a different guy that was driving the car earlier, pulls up and is like, get in.
I thought it was...
I believe it's an African-American gentleman, I thought.
Oh. I thought it was Holland Sean Penn.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking it was John as well,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
I think
Well, it
it's
might be
John.
because they made John stay behind.
Yeah, I think John hangs back while they go in, and then he swings the car around to get him.
Right in, listeners.
Did I say African-American in reference to a black Dutch guy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry. I apologize for the ignorance.
On the way there, Eric calls in the horse cops. So they said, yeah, man, we're on our way. They chase this guy all the way through. We got a classic bridge going up here. He tries to get up it with his motorcycle, but he can't cut it, guys. So he's stuck there up at the top. And I will say that this motorcycle sliding down this bridge is like one of the coolest fucking sound effects I think that I've ever heard. I was like, dude, that's fucking badass. I don't know if you guys caught that or not.
It's a real maximum overdrive scenario with this bridge.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
You know, Dan. You know damn well what it is. I never want to hear the word smut wall come out of your mouth.
Maximum Overdrive is the second film in 5-day rental history. And apparently Bean agrees.
It's in the unaired episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one of these days. It'll be on our Patreon.
Yeah.
We don't really have a Patreon, so if there's anybody out there trying to find that,
I'll just email it to you. You email me, and I'll email you Maximum
We'll Dropbox
Overdrive.
it.
Yeah.
Hey, listener, it is out there on Patreon. You're just not looking hard enough.
And then you guys cash app us whatever you think it's worth.
We'll get a fucking money request, dude.
We got to pay them
Yeah.
$5.
You owe me.
You owe me one
$8.
roundy.
Yeah.
At least they're not charging a Billy here. We cut to the interrogation room. We got Eric here acting like a total fucking badass dude.
This is the most cliche dialogue.
I will say, I was just about to say, we get into some pretty good tropey stuff here. They go back and forth. The suspect just spits into Eric's face, which is just a horrible. Ugh. Like, that's real. That was a real one. Like, oof. So he's pretty much like, I'm done. We got I think Potter comes in and accidentally puts his hand into a cigarette, an ashtray there. I don't know if anybody caught that.
Yeah, earlier in the movie, he also tries to like lean up against a lamp.
Oh,
When he's talking to Eric, and it like
falls down.
falls. Yeah, so he gets a little. I kind of like that they give him some quirks.
Yeah,
You know, they give the-
He's a real Magoo.
Yeah.
So, what is it? Potter steps in. Eric goes and gets a cup of coffee that he takes one sip out of and then throws away.
And it's like a free coffee machine.
Yeah, he struggles with it, though.
And
I don't even think he pushes the button. But we got the director. He comes up and pretty much says, congrats. Like, we got him. And Eric's like, I don't know, man. Like, he says that, what does he say? Killing is not his thing.
he said he just used rope and likes to swim.
So pretty much too early to know here. We cut to Eric drinking in his car. He's kind of depressed. He goes to Laura's place and the sex and
How about
ensues.
sex?
He gets that sex that he asked about
And
like a week earlier.
the woman doing the dub for the moaning, she's a professional, I will
Does
say.
she need an Oscar?
I don't know, but when I was watching this on the treadmill today, I flipped the phone down because I knew the sex scene was coming, but even just the audio was like, "Ooh!"
So you got all
shit.
audio.
I thought maybe you had an iPad and you were like the guy running next to you. You were like, check this out.
Hey, here, listen to this.
Listen to those moans, bro.
Check, yeah.
Sounds real, doesn't it?
Take my AirPod.
Yeah.
Watch this Dutch movie with me.
So we cut to an old man drinking in his houseboat here. He gets up to piss in the sink, which I think is hilarious.
It's full
Apparently.
it's full of his dishes, dude.
Oh yeah,
He's
he's
gonna
shit-faced,
wash
bro.
'em.
You don't
Ugh.
give a shit.
I don't know.
It's all water, bro.
Dude,
He's
he's
been
on a
drinking all day.
He's on a
Sterile.
boat. Literally walk to the edge.
It's
It's
raining
raining.
outside,
Bro,
Kron.
I would rather piss in the rain than piss all over my dishes.
Well, you do that experiment at home and let's see how it goes.
Stand in the doorway and
Or-
piss on the deck and let the water wash it off.
You got a lot of me and Bones are going to piss all over your dishes when we get there for the visit.
I'm not going to let you in if you're planning to piss all over my dishes.
Okay, well, I'm going to piss right outside whatever door frame I can find.
If there is a dish in your sink,
That's
I'm
what
going
we
to make
chat.
an ordeal.
And we're going to be drinking all weekend, so shit is going in that kitchen, bro.
Shit.
As long as it's wrapped.
Yeah, condoms full of it.
All right, so we get some cuts of the scuba killer here cutting the ropes because the boat is docked to Amsterdam, I guess.
Technically, yes.
Yeah, dude.
I am right there. So
I park my car in St. Louis.
old dude starts hearing some noises, and the boat starts to kind of pull away from the shore there, and he gets his shotgun. We got the scuba killer. He starts. What is he using here to knock the holes into the side of the boat? Do we know, or
I
No.
I thought it was part of his super strength.
Yeah.
I guess he's punching holes in this boat. So he pretty much sinks this boat. There's a passerby that calls the cops, like, "Hey, you guys need to get here quick. This boat's in trouble." We cut to the next morning. John here is gearing up on another boat to go check out the old man's sunken boat. They keep asking for Eric, but there's no sign of Eric. They said they're trying to get a hold of him. Anyway, John's like, "I'm going by myself." So he gears up and jumps in, dives down to the old boat. He's kind of swimming around down in there. He finds the old man dead. We got the killer who's still in the boat. So we got a full-on scuba fight here, guys. First day.
Thunderball style, huh, Dan?
Yeah, I'm just going to say it's been a long week of scuba for me because I did watch Thunderball as well. So
And that's a good hour and 15 minutes of underwater.
there's a shit ton of like scuba, and they swim fast as shit in that movie. I'm like, God damn, these guys can go. I don't know if did they speed up the camera for that? Or?
Yeah, there's definitely speed ramping, I think. But
Can you stab someone underwater?
yeah,
Yeah.
Like you can move your arm fast enough with enough force through water?
I think
I mean,
so.
eventually it'll get there.
I don't know. Yeah, eventually it'll get to the other person, but it has to have enough force to go through them.
If it's a sharp knife, it's going through you.
You gotta do it like this. I don't think you could do that. I don't think you could do like a slash.
Right.
I think you'd have to do sort of a
He
straight,
stabbed him the right
straight
way.
poke. Yeah.
Yeah, but even a poke, you're just moving slow.
I'm thinking of like in my water aerobics class.
Do you guys do synchronized?
I the
Obviously, he didn't shave.
the silence made me think that you guys were like, oh, okay, yeah, okay.
I'm fine with it, dude.
Nothing surprises us.
Low impact.
Good tunes,
So-
nice people.
They always bake shit.
I cannot listen. You know the Groove is in the Heart. You know that song?
No.
Yeah,
No, I
you'd
don't
know
know
it. Do
It's
do
just a-
do
yeah.
do do.
Please hum it.
Do 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 do.
Oh, it's a Billie Eilish song.
Yeah. It's I'm not gonna sing it From the fucking 90s, very groovy. I'll send you the fucking song later.
The
Anyway, I
groove
can't
is
hear
in
that.
the heart.
Just if you say groove is in the heart, groove is in the heart. That song. Anyway, when I was a kid, before I moved out of Guam, we got to stay at like this little resort for like 4 or 5 days, and we were just doing the water slide. They had this big ass water slide that was great, and you'd have to climb up 10 stories, 12 stories, or whatever. And every morning there was like a water aerobics class, and I swear the instructor had that song on repeat. So now when I hear that song, I have a visual connection of like an overweight Guamanian woman dancing, like doing water aerobics to it. Let's get back to the movie.
And then you... What?
So this is why you're so attracted to water aerobics.
Oh, yeah.
Or I was going to say, this is why you bust when that song comes on.
All right. So our killer here stabs John.
Jury's still out.
He
possible.
slowly stabs him.
Yeah.
He slowly stabs him, and John dies a slow death. We got the guy. He pulls John up. He's pretty much cut a few times, and he even has time to slit his throat under there, apparently. We got this new guy who they have to pretty much explain like what scuba diving is to him and all this shit. He's like, oh shit, there's some bubbles over there. Let's chase the bubbles. That must be the killer. So they call in all their backup. They say they got him. They chase it all the way to a, is this a levee-like lock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they lock him in there, and they drain the water. They call it. Eric finally shows up, and they're like, we got him. And he's like, I don't think so. And they finally get the water down to a low level to where they find it's just a scuba tank that was turned on. So
This is after 45 cops with BB guns show up.
yeah, they call it back up in.
I mean, say what you will, but that guy's going to have some bumps all over him from those BB guns.
Yeah.
We cut to Eric driving with Potter here. They get a call that they just found a guy breaking and entering, Jesus Christ, into a marina. So they quickly turn around and get to that marina very quickly. They go inside. They're searching around. We get Scuba Killer pops up here and shoots a spear gun right into the sleeve of Potter. I don't think it hits him in the arm. And kind of just sticks him into the wall there.
He says he's wounded, but
Yeah, but
it doesn't come up later.
Yeah, and when he's at the hospital, he doesn't have like a bandage or anything.
Well, he didn't want to take attention away from Eric. That'd have been kind of shitty.
Yeah, that's true.
He probably knows he's just a minor character in this story anyway.
It's like they're not going to care anyway.
He's just stepping aside like he should.
So we got Scuba Guy. He escapes. He starts running onto the dock, and he jumps into a boat. And Eric runs in, jumps into another boat, and asks, hey, how do I start this thing? And the guy says, oh, just hit the red button and do this. We get Potter here. He tries to jump on the back, and Eric goes, and he falls right into the water. You got a good laughing moment there. And this is a boat chase.
It's a hell of a boat chase.
Yeah.
And it is a hell of a boat chase, ladies and gentlemen.
Looks great.
We're moving fast here. High speed. We got some turning. We got some jet boating.
Well, this scene has like every kind of obstacle. There's like there's a rowing team,
Yep.
tight turns, a jump, a tourist boat, a band boat. It's like I couldn't believe at some point they didn't just have two boats crossing with a big pane of glass
Well, they do
That
that.
is true.
They do that
They-
joke later.
with the car. Yeah, they
Yeah.
do have like two guys carrying a big, I don't know,
Pian-
some
pipe organ
Piano.
or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, pipe organ.
What do you call a marching band if it's on a boat?
boat band.
Yeah, I was going to say
Rowing
boat band. As
band?
well.
No,
Yeah.
that's a rowing team.
Boating band,
Yeah,
water band.
just a boat band.
Just a boat band.
All I want to be a boat band.
Don't need a credit card.
I turned on the radio today and it was ending. I was like, yep. It's like, yeah, that was about 30 seconds.
What
Well,
do you
there-
think about the? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say there's also a part in here where like Eric kind of gets knocked off the back,
That's what I was
He's
going
like-
to bring up.
hanging
Yeah.
off
Yeah, I was
the
getting there.
back of the boat. Wouldn't that propeller be just cutting him to shreds?
That's what I kind of thought as well. But I think he's going so fast that the water keeps him up, maybe with that
Oh, like when you're skiing.
momentum. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking
Yeah,
too.
I
But he
think-
kind of
yeah.
goes right into it almost. I'm like, ooh.
For the most part, he's on the back side of the propeller. You know, if for any reason he got in between the boat and the propeller, that would fuck him up. But I see what you were saying. I had the same thought. Like,
Doesn't the propeller come off the back of the motor though?
it
it
does.
would be down into
but
the
it's
water.
yeah,
more.
it's down
All right.
a little bit. Yeah. It's an
we got-
extremely dangerous stunt,
Yeah.
assuming that that thing was still spinning. I highly doubt it. I'm pretty sure that boat was probably being pulled by another boat. But
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do that like on the side, but I mean, it fucking works. It's a good boat chase here, and it's like fucking 6 minutes, 7 minutes.
and there's no score,
Nope, it's just
which
pure,
is good because the
boat on
rest of
boat.
the score is late 80s synth,
which is also done by Dick Mass.
right? So I
It
guess
is available on Spotify.
is it really?
Yes.
Okay, because I guess I took it as like he fancies himself like a John Carpenter,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I kind of got to.
and there's a portion of the score that was stuck in my head, and all day I was like, "What the fuck is that? That it's reminding me of?" And it's the beginning few bars of Tina Turner's "The Best." So when I went and rewatched it, like I could not sing Tina Turner while watching this movie. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, look it
Yeah,
up
but-
on Spotify. It's fucking Tina Turner's "The Best."
The score is weird though, because it'll like do what you just did, but then like the next little bar will be like "Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo." Like it'll be
Yeah.
some weird like thing that does not work with.
I listened to the Amsterdam
Duh.
soundtrack last night. And yeah.
Did you meditate to it?
No, I just kind of skipped through, gave each song about 2 minutes. There's no singing whatsoever. The last song at the end credits isn't even on there. So, but yeah, I think one's called The Boat Fight or something.
Nice.
So yeah, we got all sorts of action going on here. Eric gets knocked out of the boat. He gets back in at the last minute and makes the turn so he doesn't crash. We got the scuba killer. He jumps a bridge. So it all ends up to where scuba killer just runs into a fuel boat and blows up. But guess what, folks? He survives.
Mm-hmm.
He escapes into a sewage drain, and Kron, I know you were just loving this
You felt right at
because
home.
they are some grade A rats in this movie. They even had the red eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Yeah.
God damn!
Must have got some real rats. A rat wrangler.
So we have a full-on sewer chase. We got some classic Zippo action because, of course, he doesn't have a light. So what else do? You fucking blaze up your Zippo, boys.
I didn't think it was dark enough to justify.
A Zippo?
Pulling out the
Because it really
Zippo.
wasn't doing much. It really wasn't.
It's really just to justify the air vent.
I think it's really just to justify how much of a badass Eric Visser is. He chases the guy all the way through. Yeah, he finds the air vent with the ladder. He starts to climb up. Of course, we got Scuba Killer here with a spear gun. Loads it up, shoots Eric right in the fucking shoulder. He falls down. We got Scuba Killer reloading. Eric, quickly being the great detective that he is, reaches for his gun and pops this motherfucker right in the face mask. Shatters it.
Mm-hmm.
He passes out. Eric does. We cut to a hospital. Eric is waking up. He's got Laura there and he's got Potter there. Potter informs him that the Scuba Killer got away. How do you get shot in the goddamn face and not die?
How do you drive into a fuel boat, explode, and not die?
It must be that scuba suit, man.
Mm-hmm.
How do you stab a guy underwater?
That's the only legitimate one that is legit, Kyle.
You could slash a guy.
We got so many experiments to do when we come to Nashville.
I'm going to go to the pool tomorrow.
Hey, ma'am, do you mind? It's fake. And he'll be like, oh, dude, is that a butterfly knife?
I'm gonna make my presence known. Excuse me, Mr. Lifeguard. This looks weird. It's for a podcast. I'll be in and out.
Science.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come back up. Got what I needed. Thank you.
Clear the pool. Doctor comes in. He says, all you're going to have is a little bit of a scar.
This is my favorite of the accents. Is the doctor. Yeah. Please, you must leave. The patient needs rest. Like it's the most like Dutch.
We got Eric here. He starts to care about his daughter, but he says she's with a friend. So he's like, cool. That's fine. We cut back to Martin's place. Laura goes there. She meets the housemaid who's leaving because her sister drank too much coffee or some shit. Mm-hmm. She goes in. Martin's not there. She starts to listen to the stereo. She has CDs, which is pretty nice.
That lady was like all excited to share like that there's sherry.
Mm-hmm.
That lady was just happy she was in the movie.
I just poured myself a glass. She's like,
you should too.
Yeah. Get some of the sherry.
She continues to listen to the stereo. She hears a noise. She goes to investigate. This is where we find out that Martin has a marina just at his house. I guess that would be kind of common if you lived in a city of canals.
Yeah.
She starts to look around. She starts to find all kinds of clues of a scuba killer. In fact, she finds a Salvation Army tin from earlier. She finds a scuba suit and a mask, which doesn't really make sense because Martin used to scuba dive.
Yeah.
But he hasn't in a long time.
But he's got a wet scuba or a scuba suit with blood on it and the shattered face mask.
So naturally, she runs and calls the hospital to where Eric is. She gets a dumbass nurse who's pretty good looking.
I swear, when she makes this phone call, it looks like she dials 555-5555.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a classic hospital number in
Amsterdam. She's just mashing that one button, dude.
She probably thought they were going to pan up faster.
Yeah.
Eric had received a shot that would make him go to sleep for 12 hours by the doctor. So the nurse is like, I'll take a message.
That's the Michael Jackson, right?
No, that's forever.
Oh, okay.
Because we know what you did. So we cut to Martin. He finally gets home. Laura hides. The nurse goes in and checks on Eric. He's sleeping peacefully with his watch on. She hides.
So not
We
naked.
No, he's not. I don't think. Well, he's got a blanket on, so who knows? Oh,
Well,
no, because he
he's-
has those
he's
blue
got-
undies
yeah,
on.
he's got
Yeah.
those blue.
Those crazy briefs.
So we got the daughter and Willie. They show up to visit Eric. They finally get up to the room, and the nurse finally tells him that Laura had called, and he said, "Well, what day is it? Wednesday or some shit." So I guess he figures she's supposed to be at therapy, I guess. So I guess that's why they said that. The kids walk in, and he gets up, and he's got a great pair of underwear on, as we said.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, "Oh, where are you going?" "Oh, Daddy's leaving. He's fine." And then he just leaves the kids there. And I think that's the last fucking time we see him, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we cut back to Martin's place. She's still hiding. She tries to sneak upstairs. He gets up. She goes back to the marina. Martin hears a sound. He gets his gun. He goes down to his marina, looks around. Laura comes out from under the stairs and beats the shit out of Martin with a paddle. She's kind of standing there crying after this, and that's when we get boom. Scuba Killer comes right up from the water and drags her in, or tries to drag her in. We got Eric, who bursts through the door and shoots Scuba Dude like 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
I think I counted 5 shots. He falls back into the water. We cut to like an old canal house here, and we got Scuba Killer going up in this place because apparently, like I said, this scuba suit is just fucking bulletproof.
What's your guys' reaction to this the first time you watched it? Like, did you think that it was Martin?
Yeah, I thought it
And
was
then-
Martin throughout the film.
So then did you like it when, another scuba guy pops out of the water like, "Oh shit, what is this?"
I kind of figured that Martin wasn't. I don't know. I just felt like it was kind of too obvious.
I think the ending kind of defeats like the Scooby-Doo premise of a whodunit. Like, you should have seen the killer at some point in the movie.
Yeah.
And then to just be like, nope, it's just this whole other weird guy.
Mm-hmm. Which is referenced only in the restaurant scene.
Yeah.
She talks about how Martin's friend who,
Because that's why he stopped diving. Right?
yeah, got hurt or blah, blah, blah. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
And I was going to tie in Mar of Easttown and ask you about, like, how do you feel about these mystery things that reveal something that you didn't really get a ton of evidence for? Like you said, like,
yeah.
it
I think-
leans so heavy Martin, but you don't get enough of the other guy
Yeah.
to sort of warrant the twist.
I feel like it's more of like a tight package if it is like, and even they are laying it on to Martin too heavy.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like it should be like, oh, it was actually this guy from like the beginning of the film or, something. But I don't like in a movie like this, though, where it is just kind of like trope after trope after trope. I'm also fine with the way this ended.
I feel like they kind of, I don't know, wigged out on the end here.
Yeah, I think they drop it a little bit.
It's kind of like a cop out in the end,
Yeah.
but it's, you get a boat chase, you get crazy weird Dutch accents, so
So, all right, Scuba Killer, he goes into, I guess, his hideout. We cut to Martin and Eric and the car. This is where Martin explains who the killer is. I guess it's his buddy. I guess they were working a job for a chemical company. And I guess there was an accident, and that's where this guy got disfigured because he was picking up.
Uranium
These
tetrafluoride,
Yeah.
hexafluoride. Yeah.
Yeah,
No notes, buddy. No notes.
he's got like 10 pages, guys.
I'd show you my desk that's empty, but my dick's out.
So we cut to Scuba Killer here with just his photos of all the times. It shows him with Martin catching a shark or something and the good old days.
After I murder, I pull out my phone and whip through a few photos.
Remember the good times, dude.
Yeah, try to bring myself back down.
Take a few. Let the anger go away. Martin kind of goes through more of the story. He wants revenge on society and all this. We cut back to Scuba Killer. He's loading a spear gun. He puts it into his mouth and he lets that baby go. So we got a full-on spear gun suicide here, guys. We get Martin and Eric. They show up. They go in. They see that he's dead.
You know
come
what?
back out.
Fuck it. Arrest him anyway.
Yeah, cuff that
Yeah,
motherfucker.
take him in.
I would
Body
fucking
count
cuff him.
of 7.
I shot him. He blew up.
Yeah.
A
The guy
spear in his
survived
head is not going to stop me.
6 bullets in an explosion. Like,
Yeah.
make sure he's dead.
What's a spear?
Yeah.
No telling what diseases he has for scuba and fucking these canals. We cut to happy times with Eric and Laura here. They're having some fun on a little paddle boat, and Eric just pretends like somebody grabbed his foot in the water. We all have a great laugh. End credits, ladies and gentlemen. Amsterdam, 1988.
Did you guys notice in the end credits there was stunt coordinator and the person listed is named Dickie Beer?
That's where I finally paused it when I stopped. I did notice that, though.
What a great name.
I got some great names over here in Dutch. So, gentlemen, final thoughts here, or do we want some research? What do you want?
Hit us with some facts.
Speedboat Chase was referenced to a movie called Puppet on a Chain from 1971 that was also filmed in Amsterdam. You can find that clip on YouTube. Pretty good. We got some guns in there, and it also starts a little further out in the ocean area. I thought it was pretty cool when they were jumping some of the shrubbery and shit in there. Eric and Laura both dubbed their own English dubs. So that is their voices for the dubs.
Nice.
Dick Moss, he passed on directing Nightmare on Elm Street sequel to do this movie.
Which one?
And he
2?
2,
Wow.
I believe.
That's
So
the gay one, right?
The gayest nightmare.
Yeah.
So he said he regrets it, that he should have just put Amsterdamned on hold, but, you know. We talked earlier that he did the entire soundtrack. It is available on Spotify.
As is this podcast.
As is this podcast. And check us out wherever you find podcasts. This was released November 25th, 1988 in the United States. It was released in Europe first. They did many dubs. This was also bought by... It went to a film festival and it was sold. It was like the second highest one sold that year. So that's why it got so many dubs and releases. Worldwide, it grossed $98K. Well, a little over $98K.
That's it?
Well, it was 88, so...
Still feels super low.
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, what can I do, man? I can't go back to 1988 and make my parents go watch Amsterdamned.
I mean, have you tried?
If we got enough plutonium together, we could.
Can I ask you guys this?
Just not uranium hexafluoride.
Yeah.
She'll fuck you
all
up.
Out of all the 5-day rental movies we've covered, like which one would you make your parents watch? And then they would have to listen to our show afterwards. They're thinking. Shit, I guess I need to think of one.
I don't know, Rad.
I don't know if my parents would sit through Rad.
That's at least the most. Well, if I was just going to pick one, I'd be Convoy.
Yeah. I was going to say Black Dog.
I think my parents would sit through the movie, but they wouldn't sit through the podcast.
No.
They'd be like, you're fucking stupid.
Yeah, the show sucks. I wouldn't expect anybody to listen to it.
You're 36. What are you doing? You still doing this shit?
Anything else?
No, that's it for research. Not much there on good old Amsterdamned. So final thoughts, gentlemen.
Kyle?
It was a lot of fun. This was more fun than I thought it would be. It is just kind of like trope after trope, but that is also kind of what makes it so enjoyable. It's interesting to see a foreign production of an American movie.
Yeah.
Bonesy?
There is a fascinating ratio of the detective mystery trope to all of this European weirdness that really makes it shine. A daughter that's willing to point a gun at her father, the friend of the daughter who is clairvoyant somehow, just all the humor with the side characters. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I do think that the mystery itself is kind of a letdown, and the fact that your villain just shoots himself in the end is pretty anticlimactic. And
I really think they should have had Eric at least bust in there and shoot the dude. Just to get like a last satisfaction.
Or something. Yeah,
Well,
or...
he did already shoot him 6 times.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, here's the deal. As we were going through this, it kind of came to me that Eric has sort of the Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark thing. Like, he does nothing in the movie that changes the effect. Right? Like, he kind of shoots him off of Laura at the end, but that's it. He does no real investigation.
No.
Doesn't do any sort of...
He kind of just shows up to work every day.
Yeah, he shows up to work, shows up late to crime scenes,
Because he's fucking.
randomly goes to a marina, immediately stops working, hits on a chick, gets a drink on duty. So really all he does is shoot the dude off of Laura. I mean, even him not chasing
he saved
him.
the bakery as well, guys.
Yeah, it is kind of amazing that the case gets solved knowing Eric's involvement in it.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, he hindered the investigation.
Yes. Also,
You guys are really.
what I didn't talk about at the time was Laura really sells she has a great scream when the killer's trying to pull her into the water. Mm-hmm. That was actually quite harrowing, I thought. So, but yeah, this movie was definitely a hidden gem.
Hell yeah.
Dan?
I enjoyed it. I mean, I think it took 2 viewings to really appreciate it. So, but I think that's always the case whenever you gotta host, I guess, trying to get plot down. But yeah, man, I thought it was pretty good. I thought the boat scene was pretty sweet. Like I said, I think if maybe they had some guns there, would have been all right. But other than that, I liked it. I mean, no more money, no more Bushy. Don't ask me to go Dutch. Kron, are you awake?
Barely.
To be fair, Dan, you did sort of, you kind of petered off in the last.
Yeah, kind of lulled me into
got a real soft there in the last 30 seconds of your final thoughts.
You should read some of those adult bedtime stories that people use on their phone or whatever.
Okay. Well, are we ready for Rate My Letterboxd?
Yeah.
All right. Let's hit it.
I'm going right at it. I'm giving you both a 3.
I'm going to give Dan a 3. I'm going to give Bones a 3.5.
I'm going Kron a 3. I'm going Bones a 2.5.
Kyle, you son of a bitch, you got me. I'm a 3.5.
Damn it.
Yes.
I thought definitely on the second viewing the movie got better. The humor stuck out. It was great. This movie was real close to getting another 0.5 boost, but the ending and the mystery kind of take it away, and the score I think sort of hinders it. But
I would have
It
been
was
off anyway.
so
I was
fucking
going to
fun.
say 3.
I think
You were my wild card because I was like, Bones is either going to hate this or he's going to fucking love this.
Well, you guys both got me at a 3. Yeah, I think this movie is just a ton of the same thing you've seen, but it kind of takes all those classic setups and jams it into one movie. I don't hate the score for this movie. I think, like, for the movie that it is, it's funny to me that this guy was also just like, I think I could do that too. And
yeah,
like, it's not a good score, but just knowing that it is like so much of this one guy's thing makes it kind of like charming in a way that he also did the music for it.
I totally agree with you. I think it's just so it's odd in a different way that for me
Yeah.
it was jarring at times.
Yeah,
know,
it definitely takes me out
Yeah.
of some scenes. Like, it's not good music for this movie, but just knowing that he sat down and was like, "Oh, fuck it, I'll do it myself."
Some of the
Saving
most
that
tense
money.
music is just him driving by the bakery. It's very
Yeah.
yeah.
Gentlemen, I had this movie at a 2.0
Wow.
on my first viewing.
Christ, dude.
But on my second viewing, like Bones said, I think it comes together a lot better. I'm going 3.0, gentlemen. 3.0. So we got Bones at a 3.5. We got Kron at 3.0. And we got me at a 3.0 as well.
This gives Kyle and I 2 points. Dan 1 point.
Fuck this game.
Bones, the last two, since we've started this game, we've both gotten them right on the money.
Right on. It's giving me something to play for, man.
All right, let's
I need to rethink my letterbox.
let's see where this movie lands. All right. Amsterdamned would be coming in at number 6 on the big list. It is right under Death Wish 3 and right above Strangeland.
Oof.
It's good company to have.
Oh, yeah.
So I did better than Full Contact?
Yeah, I like this movie better than Full Contact.
But
All right.
Full Contact was still a fun watch.
Oh, I know.
I actually got mad at you halfway through this movie.
Why?
I was like, fuck, man, he's like kicking my ass with the picks. You got Amsterdam and Rad and Twice Dead.
I do think about Twice Dead quite often, actually. It's kind of weird. I'm like, man.
The whole prestige of it.
Well,
What is it? I thought about the gang the other day, like in their masks and shit. I was like, man, I wish they would have had that like a little longer in that. It's like some of those masks were pretty cool.
so it's just nice to not have to do a tiebreaker or anything.
Yeah, I thought we were headed there.
Nope. It is truly number 6 on the list.
All right.
I got one in the top 6, Karan.
You got 2.
Mm-hmm. Rad is still number 1, Dan.
Yeah.
I know. It will always be.
Only time will tell.
Yeah. Well, maybe I shouldn't say it. I'm going to say it. I have a feeling that this movie will be a rewind player. I feel
Amsterdam?
I feel like Amsterdam is going to be one of those that in 2 weeks or whatever, or 2 cycles, whenever we're going to sit down and one of us is going to be like, fuck, I think like Amsterdam, I think it's going to have some staying power for sure.
I'm moving up Strangeland twice.
Strangeland has had its day,
Yeah,
Kyle.
it's off the board, bro.
What? Well, for round 1, it's off the board.
It comes back round 2.
Yeah.
So he could put another point in it if he really wanted to. He would really put another point towards. I'm not even gonna.
Wait, are you
save
saying
it for the
Are you
rewind.
saying that? I thought we said once it's had, because it had 2 moves, right? You both bumped it.
I thought that was per round.
Yeah, it's per round, so you could come back and be like, "Hey, I'm throwing -5 at fucking Strangeland."
Oh no, I took it
'Cause
as
you
that
guys
it was
bumped
like
it too high.
It was done.
Oh no, you can hit
I
it
didn't
again,
want to
bro.
keep. I didn't want to have to keep wasting rewind shows on the same fucking movie.
I won't do a full point to Strangeland.
I don't think I took it as you couldn't.
I mean,
I thought once it had 2 moves in general, that was why you were keeping it track like you were.
Let's discuss off
'Cause-
pod.
okay.
it could work that way as well. I mean,
Well,
I don't care.
Let's argue about this for the next 2 weeks, and we'll have it sorted out for the listener by the time we get there.
Via a passive aggressive few text messages.
Yeah, exactly.
That does make it interesting, though. What if it could only be open to negatives?
No, I think
Oh,
that's
that's
shitty.
mean.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
shitty too.
That's even worse.
I think it's really about you've been away for it from a while and you've thought about it. I don't think it should be that Bones gave it a 2, and I think it should have a 5. So I'm just going to keep pumping points into it every rewind show to bump it up eventually.
I want to do that.
That's shitty.
He's like, I only put 0.5 every rewind
No,
show.
it's probably high enough at this point. You know, the first rewind show, it wasn't even about the numbers. It was just to make a point, you know? It was just to stab slowly through the water at Bones.
Stab slow. Ladies and gentlemen, Amsterdamned, 1988. It's available on Tubi. Go check it out. Like I said, this is our first film for revenge.
Nope.
Or
Detective.
shit. Detectives. Sorry. Revenge was our last category. Go check that out as well. So Amsterdam, first film for detectives. That's my fucking category too. And we'll catch you guys next week. Thanks for listening. Crash and burn.
C&B, baby.
Crash and burn. And stay tuned for after showers.
What's up, everyone? Laundryman Dan checking in. Just wanted to let you know to follow us on Letterboxd, and you can also email us at 5dayrentals.podcast@gmail.com. All right, welcome back, y'all, to the after shower show. Hopefully you soaped up, washed the hair, scrubbed them balls or those pooties, do your thing.
Maybe you took a hour-long bath at gunpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're taking a bath right now listening to this show. Cool. We love you. But we're ready to get sexy with you, and I think Kron is ready to take the throne here and lead us to the next pick.
All right, guys. So, last category, we had revenge, and I got up to the night of making my selection, not knowing what I was going to do.
Damn.
Detectives, the exact opposite. When Dan said the category, I pretty much knew what I was going to do. Bones, did you figure this out?
I'm writing it on my hand.
He figured
it out. We saw what you did on Letterboxd.
We seen it.
Why? You guys are fucking obsessive with
No,
Letterboxd.
it just happened.
I love how
We're obsessive.
Yeah. You went on there to specifically mark this movie as...
Kron, if you look at our diaries, it's the only film with no fucking
I know.
rating on it.
To
Probably
be
gave it
fair,
away.
I figured it out that day though, and it wasn't. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Reveal.
The second selection for detectives is a movie from 1982 called I, the Jury.
Fuck yes.
Mm-hmm. This is directed by Richard T. Heffron, and it's going to be a wild ride.
I watched the trailer for this. I'm pretty stoked.
Mm-hmm. It's a good one.
This is a great film. It really is. Good pick, Kyle.
It's got some great opening music. Dan originally picked this for the last Cinema Jihad marathon that we did. And I was thoroughly impressed.
Have we discussed on this show your Cinema Jihads?
I don't think so.
Have we even
Cinema
hinted it?
Jihad is started in high school. We did have a place in Missouri where we all grew up called Best Way Laundromat and Video, where you could rent 3 VHS tapes for $1. And they had not updated their selections since probably 1989.
I'd say like 94.
Yeah, they probably
They had Pulp Fiction.
yeah. So it was always an adventure to stroll through the horror section and grab 3 titles that you had never heard of. But it's continued in one iteration or another over the years, and it's always a good time to hang out and watch some very terrible films.
Yeah, we had some pretty bad ones there,
It's kind of this podcast with less talking.
and more pizza.
Mhm. So there you guys go. I the jury.
Kron, did you look at anything else for this category, or?
I did look at one other movie. There was another one that was kind of close, but I have not seen it before. Let's see what year it is. I don't want to step on Bones' toes. Nope, this one is also from 1982. So your movie is not, right, Bones?
No.
Okay, so the other movie I looked at is a film called Vice Squad, which is about like some cops and criminals in LA. But I the Jury was just too fun of a watch, so we're going to stick with that.
All right.
And can we find this streaming anywhere?
I don't think so. Dan,
We'll have
you
to
own-
rent it.
You own the Blu-ray, so you can just pop that in. Bones and I will have to. This is a pay-per-view.
That's a term I haven't heard in a while.
I haven't really had to pay for much.
I think pay-per-view fits into the 5-day
Here's-
rentals time period.
Yeah. Here's the gamble, though. It's you can rent it for $4 or buy it for 10.
Is that a digital buy?
Yeah. Is
I've
this?
been looking it up on Amazon for the last week to see. It's like not on Prime shipping right now. So it's like the earliest I could get it would be like Friday, you know.
Right.
How much is it?
There's one on Amazon. They're like I think it's $13 on Amazon right now.
Yeah, I think I was gonna say I think I paid like 15 or something.
I should have bought it off that Kino Lorber sale because it was like $6.
Armand Asante.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he didn't get like sequels.
Well, after this is not like James Bond, but I wish this character had gotten that kind of like I would have watched 10 movies with this character in it.
Some high praise.
You know. You watch it and let me know if you feel differently.
I will say that I think this makes my selection easier because I went back and forth because I was also, I'm trying to find something that fits with me being the tail of the pick. I don't want to pick something that seems like maybe a double. So, all right.
So just get ready. Hopefully Disney Plus has The Great Mouse Detective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
So does Kyle.
You like The Great Mouse Detective, Kyle?
I don't think I've seen it in enough years to make that call.
Oh, I did tell Kyle I thought of a 2-day rental. The new Space Jam movie. He said no.
I would prefer not to, but
You said F9, dude.
I would rather watch F9 for 2-day rentals than Space Jam 2.
I can't remember what it's called. Space Jam.
Space
A-
Jamboree.
I think it's like a new legacy or something. I don't remember.
The Final Hope.
They've been making the movie for like 4 years, right?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's gone on for a while. I seen a preview the other day. I was like, oh shit, yeah, that comes out on HBO Max.
Did you guys get the random HBO Max email today?
Yeah, I did get that.
Yeah.
It was just like, this is a test email or some
Yeah.
shit. Somebody got fired over that, dude.
I got it in the midst of everybody wigging out to see if we were going to have a federal holiday tomorrow. Because they're like, they're not going to give us tomorrow off. I'm like, it says federal holiday, so.
That gives the listener a little insight into what day this is being recorded on. Pre-Juneteenth.
No, Juneteenth is on Saturday.
Okay, so pre-Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Pre-Juneteenth Eve.
Oh, yeah. You're supposed to say Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Devil's Night. That's the night before Halloween, right?
I think Halloween is
Hallows
Devil's
Eve.
Night. Yeah.
No, the 30th is Devil's Night. Fire it up! Fire it up!
Well, why would you have Devil's Night
Don't
followed
worry.
by All Hallows Eve? That's like 2 Devil Nights back to back.
I'm a Wiccan.
Devil can't be
Leave me alone.
blowing his load 2 nights in a row, man.
The devil blows his load every night, guys. 'Cause it's the devil.
No. He blows one big load. And it
On
is,
Halloween.
his demons blow small little loads throughout the year.
Where is that cat?
She's under the desk right now.
I think it's just you farting and
No, that's a cat noise.
she's not jumping up to say what's up.
She's saying what's up verbally to you. Okay, so that's my selection for detective movies. Come back and join us next week on 5-Day Rentals. Crash and burn.
Crash and burn.
Go fucking iceberg.